Hey there, welcome back to Nail Chronicle. In this week's video, I'm going to be showing you how to do a ombre nail art. For this, you'll start out with a light base color and then apply your latex barrier around the top. This design will get really messy and it will get everywhere over your fingers, so I recommend having some sort of barrier around your hands. If you don't, you can use nail polish remover at the end, just be warned it will take a little while to clean up. Once you've got your latex barrier ready and your base coat is dry, then you can move on to the next stage. So for the next step, you just grab your makeup sponge, and I personally just grabbed the cheapest possible makeup sponge I can find. So just something from like the Reject Shop or Kmart, so we have it in Australia, like the $2 shop kind of thing. Then put the darkest color on top and then move on to the lightest color. If you're working with 3 colors, you kind of do the same thing, just go dark, medium, light. Even though I've already got the light color painted on my nails, you still need to put that light color on the sponge itself. This just helps the colors blend and helps to create more of that ombre effect. I have tried it with just the dark color and it just doesn't work as well, so definitely use all 3 sort of shades of the color. So then you just slowly sort of dab, and I just use the rolling method onto your nail and build up that color gently. Make sure that your sponge doesn't dry out. If it does, it will have a tendency to pick up the polish that's on your nail already and damage your design. If that does happen, just stop for a few minutes, move on to your other nails, let that damaged nail dry, and then come back and slowly build up the layers again. Eventually you'll cover up the spot. You may need to use a little bit of like a paint on the actual brush just to, if it is quite a sort of deep hole, but just give it a go with sponging first, just so you can get a nicer, cleaner effect. So you just keep going along, keep going around until you're sort of happy with how dark it is. It may take a couple of rounds. I think I did about 3 rounds for each hand. And once you're sort of happy with it, then you put a top coat on. Now, if your nail's looking a little bit rough and it's not looking smooth, don't stress. When you put that top coat on, it will look completely smooth. You won't even notice the textures on there. And the other thing is, if you're not quite happy with the ombre and you're not sure whether to keep going and try and add more, I'd recommend trying to add a top coat to one of your nails, probably your thumb, which is the least seen nail. And just seeing what that looks like. Occasionally when you put the top coat on, it actually smooths out the ombre effect, and so it really enhances it. Another thing is, you don't necessarily have to use a clear top coat. In this design, I actually ended up using a ILMP magic topper, which had a bit of a purple base to it, to add a little bit of glitterness to it, add a little bit of sparkle, and it ended up looking really cool. So you can get creative, you can use any sort of colors that you want, and sort of any designs. It really opens up massive amounts of designs. You can leave it ombre as is, or you could add something to it, so you could create a cool beach design. So maybe you do like the red to orange to pink kind of sunset, and then if you've got some decals or some stamps, you could add in some silhouettes of a palm tree and create a little beach scene for yourself. And that's a really easy nail art to do, particularly if you're starting to get into more of the sort of complex techniques. So I hope you found this useful. Keep going along, don't let your sponge dry, and make sure you use some sort of barrier, whether it's a latex barrier or a tape on top. And then you can go with whatever colors you like. So you could do blue ones, red ones, pink ones, any sort of color, any design, any mix that you'd like. If you're not sure if it's going to work, experiment on a bit of paper or a stamping mat or a swatch stick, whatever you've got on hand. The key is to use what you've got and have some fun. So I hope you enjoyed these tips, and I hope you found them helpful. Let me know in the comments if you've got any questions, or maybe I've skimmed over something. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Until we see each other again, I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. Thank you for watching. Bye!